La Mancha is a natural and historical region located on an arid but fertile, elevated plateau of central Spain, south of Madrid. From the mountains of Toledo to the western spurs of the hills of Cuenca, and bordered to the south by the Sierra Morena and to the north by the Alqueria region. La Mancha includes portions of the modern provinces of Cuenca, Toledo, and Albacete, and most of the Ciudad Real province. La Mancha Historical Comarca constitutes the southern portion of Castilla-La Mancha Autonomous Community and makes up most of the present-day administrative region. Name: the name La Mancha is probably derived from the Arab word al-Mancha, meaning the dry land or wilderness. The name of the city of Almanzar in Albacete also has the same origin. The word mancha in Spanish literally means spot, stain, or patch, but no apparent link exists between this word and the name of the region. Geography: the largest plain in Spain, La Mancha is made up of a plateau averaging 500 to 600 meters in altitude, centering on the province of Ciudad Real. The region is watered by the Guadiana, Jabalone, Zancara, Siguela, and Ducar rivers. Climate: the climate is cold semi-arid, with strong fluctuations. Farming and cattle raising are the primary economic activities, but they are severely restricted by the harsh environmental conditions. Culture: culturally, La Mancha includes the Sierra de Alcaraz, Northern Sierra Morena, Montes de Toledo and Serranía de Cuenca, parts of Tajo River Valley, and it is administrative divided among the comarca of Campo de Montiel and Campo de Calatrava to the south. Don Quixote himself starts his adventures in Campo de Montiel, the eastern Mancha Alta, the central Mancha Baja, the western Valle de Alcudia, and Paramires de Ricana y Manchuela to the north. The inhabitants are called Manchegos. Agriculture: La Mancha has always been an important agricultural zone. Viticulture is important in Tomelloso, Socuellamos, Valdepenas and Manzanares, in Ciudad Real and Villarrobledo in Albacete. Other crops include cereals and saffron. Sheep are raised and bred, providing the famous Manchego cheese, as are goats, including the La Mancha goat, one of the assumed progenitors of the American La Mancha goat. La Mancha includes two national parks, Las Tablas de Daimiel and Cabaneros, and one natural park, Las Lagunas de Ruidera. People: famous Spaniards like the cinema directors Pedro Almodóvar and José Luis Cuerdo, painters Antonio López and his uncle Antonio López Torres, footballer Andrés Iniesta, music band Angelis Apatrida and actress Sara Montiel were born in La Mancha. La Mancha and Cervantes. Miguel de Cervantes gave international fame to this land and its windmills when he wrote his novel Don Quixote de la Mancha. Cervantes was making fun of this region, using a pun. Mancha was also a stain, as on one's honor, and thus a hilariously inappropriate homeland for a dignified knight-errant. Translator John Ormsby believed that Cervantes chose it because it was the most ordinary, prosaic, anti-romantic, and therefore unlikely place from which a chivalrous, romantic hero could originate, making Quixote seem even more absurd. Several film versions of Don Quixote have actually been filmed largely in La Mancha. However, at least two of the most famous, the 1957 Russian film version, and the screen version of Man of La Mancha, were not. The 1957 film was shot in Crimea, while Man of La Mancha was filmed in Italy. G.W. Pabster's 1933 version of Cervantes's novel was shot in Alpes de Haute-Provence. The 2000 made-for-TV Don Quixote, starring John Lithgow as Don Quixote and Bob Hoskins as Sancho Panza, was shot on several locations in Spain, but, paradoxically, not in La Mancha, because its director Peter Yates presumably wished to shoot on more colorful landscapes.